Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the Nakshatras, the great Nakshatras. What does Nakshatra mean? It's a constellation of stars. That's it in its simplicity, minus all the fluff and all the mythology. It's a constellation of stars. So the inner belt, taking you to this pie chart over here, the inner belt that you see here is the 12 zodiac signs, starting from number 1, Aries, which is ruled by Mars, and going all the way up till Pisces, which is number 12, right? That's the inner zodiac. This is the inner circle. Ooh, inner circle. And the outer one, which I'm pointing to now, they are the 27 constellations. They are the Nakshatras. The ones which are marked in brown, blue, and yellow. You see all those combinations with some animals marked on it. Okay? And since this is a very vast, deep topic, we keep getting it into more and more details as we go along. So, what are the Nakshatras? And before I go any further, if you're new to my channel, you can subscribe. You can share this video with others who are budding astrologers who are wanting to learn something basic. These are all basics. Depth, of course, you can go to any depth you want. And if you're listening on a podcast, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and then follow this link because we are going deep dive into Healer's Astrology series. Now, back to Nakshatras. The first thing you have to know, there are 3 groups of 9 each, total of 27 Nakshatra, 9 3 times. And those are marked over here like a Mercedes-Benz sign. You can see this wheel, the pie, and we are talking about this half. The first cycle, the second cycle, and the third cycle is the 3 groups of 9. Okay? Why I have classified into 3 particular divisions like this is because if you can see each nakshatra is ruled by a lord, which is mentioned over there as I'm pointing to. Like Ashwini Nakshatra, the first one ruled by Ketu, Bharani by the second one ruled by Venus, Kritika the third one ruled by Sun. Okay, and so on and so forth. It goes Rohini by Moon and so on and so forth. And it ends at Mercury. The first cycle ends at Mercury. Why? After this, it just becomes a repetition if you observe. After this first cycle ends, it again begins with Ketu, the south node of the Moon. Then goes to Venus, then goes to Sun. In the same kind of order. Just follow all this order. We are trying to uncover a puzzle over here. So as we go from Ketu all the way to all the 9 planets up till Mercury, it continues the same way from Ketu back to Mercury in Jyeshtha. Then it again starts from Mula, which is again Ketu, and goes all the way back to Mercury and ends in Pisces. That's why this arrangement. That's why I have made it in this form and fashion. Okay? So back to point number 1, 3 groups of nakshatras of 9 each. Now nakshatra is a constellation of stars and so is the zodiac. So first point to note is what is the difference? The Aries Belt, let's take number 1 sign. The Aries Belt is a constellation of stars which looks like a ram in the sky, right? The shape of the Aries bunch of stars looks like a ram. That's why the symbol of a ram. So within Aries constellation, there are 2 more sub-constellations. That's what it is. These nakshatras or constellations are all about in Vedic Astrology. The Ashwini Nakshatra, Bharani, and 3 degrees 20 minutes of Kritika all fall under the zodiac belt of Aries. So if you take Aries like that, there is Ashwini stars here, there is Bharani stars here, and the beginning of Kritika over here. Think of it like that. Okay. So each nakshatra is 13 degrees 20 minutes each. Now if you remember, each zodiac, the Aries zodiac for example, the 12 signs are 30 degrees each. It's equal pie split, so to speak, equal divisions, right? So 30 degrees each and into 12 makes it 360 degrees. That completes the circle. That's the zodiac sign. When you come to nakshatra, it's not so much. That's why you can see nakshatras one going into another. Kritika is a little bit, the first half is still in Aries. The next 3 are in Taurus. So it goes on like this. Nakshatra has not got a firm division. It's just like a blending between all these zodiac signs. It's a blend. Okay. So that being said, it is 13 degrees 20 minutes each. So Ashwini Nakshatra, like follow the chart where I'm pointing to. The Ashwini Nakshatra, the blue one, the first one ruled by Ketu and symbolized by a male horse, is totally 13 degrees 20 minutes long. Right? And the next one is 13 degrees 20 minutes long. And this last one, to complete the 30 degrees of the Aries, will be 3 degrees 20 minutes. So that's the way it goes. Okay. And each nakshatra within them have got something called as pada. Pada means the foot, the 4 steps. It's got each step along the way. So each nakshatra has got a pada in it. Okay, that means a step. You can see these tiny divisions which I have not zoomed in yet. We'll get to all this later on. So these are the 4 tiny divisions that you can see as I'm pointing to. Each nakshatra has these 4 tiny divisions. Do you follow? I'm pointing there to the subdivisions within nakshatra. That's how it goes. And it goes in 3 cycles, as you can see, all the way from Ketu. I have marked the symbols for ease of following. Ketu is the south node of the moon, then comes Venus, then comes Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn and Mercury. It ends at Mercury. That's the first cycle. Second cycle restarts from the beginning. Again starts by Ketu, Venus and so on. So you got 3 full cycles. You got that. Now, what are the rules here to understand as the basic? The ascendant, wherever your ascendant angle is pointing to in your chart, and the moon are predominant in this nakshatra understanding from a scope of personality understanding. How do you understand a person's nature? How do you understand their drives, their health issues, because this is healer's astrology? How do you understand that? You take the ascendant and the moon. Which nakshatra is the ascendant in and which nakshatra the moon is in. This is the basic personality. It will give you the overall thing. The higher angle, this is what most astrologists use, the higher angle whichever is in, that dominates, kind of predominance is there. Okay. For example, if ascendant is at 2 degrees of Swati and moon is at 25 degrees of Hasta Nakshatra, for example. So, Hasta Nakshatra, the moon will have more predominance on the person's nature than the ascendant. If ascendant is just 25 degrees and moon is at 4 degrees, ascendant will be the driving force. That's the way you evaluate. The next one, other planets in nakshatras and house placement, zodiac, all those things govern. Where Saturn is maybe in some other nakshatra. Eventually, all these 9 planets, including Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, which probably I'll get to at some point, they will fall under one or the other of these 27 nakshatras. So that's the way we go on evaluating what it provides, where it provides. And remember the previous 6 parts or 7 parts which we already covered about the zodiac itself has energy. The back rising, the head rising. Then there is the male and female of the charts. There is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. All of these things which we have covered before. Now we are going into the deeper aspects. We are kind of zooming in on the zodiac. This is the zoom in. You see I'm pointing to the Aries over there. And that has the zoomed in version of 2 more constellations. Same way Taurus has got 2.5 more constellations there. There's Kritika, there's Rohini and there is Mrigashira. So we are zooming in to get the finer aspects of that personality. Zodiac will still rule, so will the nakshatra. And how this plays out for every planet, house placement, whether it's in first house, second house, it determines the profession, determines the career, determines the health issues, the propensities, the nature, and so on and so forth. It tells everything about the human being as a personality. Okay? So this is what you got to understand first. We'll get to the Devgana, Manushagana, Rakshasagana next one baby step at a time here. Okay. So that's it for me for this one. If you are new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. We are doing a learning series. This is an educational channel. And we will go deeper and deeper and deeper to unravel your personality. You can even plot your own chart if you want, or get in touch with me on Facebook if you want to do an evaluation. And we'll take it in the next one. Take care, be safe.